Assalamualaikum and very good day to everyone. So welcome to your fifth class of your semester, HCU10801T, right? So basically for this week from 4th of October until 8th of October, for this 1 week, we have basically final practical exam. So there is some cases that I'm probably unable to attend the theory class. So therefore, I'm doing the alternative for today's session. So element because of the class still need to proceed, but uh, inshallah, hopefully, this new of information able to give you more clear picture on the developing for your project proposal, right? And not to forget, inshallah we are going to meet face to face, physically, starting also for this week for the practical class, and hopefully again after the 15th of October, which is the date of you returning back to the campus, and we are going to proceed as an overall for the subject, right? So again, those who are able to come here face to face tomorrow, we are going to do some part of the task, all right? For example, like take this and picture and everything. So hopefully everyone able to complete your attire grooming, all right? So without further ado, I think we can start for today's class. So let me open the screen here right now. Okay. I'm not sure whether you are seeing this screen right now or not, but I'm trying my best to make this. Okay, so these are the topics that we're going to cover. Is therefore on planning the restaurant operation. For last week class, we have covered on the planning kitchen session. Now we are going to focus on the planning restaurant operation. I think I would like to stop sharing the screen at this moment. Stop sharing right now. I am sharing the entire screen. Okay, right. So again, planning restaurant operation. So restaurant organization based on different establishment will have a different organization. In this case, we're focusing on the front of the house. So the position that may include in this case, for your case, is the restaurant manager, which is to plan, execute, and oversee the operation, making sure everything run as planned. Meaning that before the operation, you basically are the so-called the tai long, okay, kata ni orang besar lah, the main person for that operation. Assist by your assistant restaurant manager, alert on the food flow from the window and taking charge of food timing. This part here, alert on the food flow, it is the duty for the assistant restaurant manager, where he or she will look do it during the operation, making sure the food received on that particular time. We have the bar, also the bartender. We are not making cocktail, no alcohol, but we're going to make an alternative of it, which is we are making mocktail, basically from fruit juice. And made to order only one type of sparkling juice, mocktail per project. For project, it is basically for project 1, 2, and 3. We are going to have only one mocktail, and for project 4, the final project, you're going to have sparkling juice service, meaning that for your final project, no bar, no bartender, right? So you're going to have the host, the person most likely able to give a good smile, doesn't matter male or female. He or she will stand at the entrance from start until end of the service. And have the team leader depend on the number of students. Probably in this case, you might not need to have the team leader because only have several 20s of you in this class. When you divide it to two, so not so many. Right, so I think team leader not really like advisable for you to do that. Anyhow, if you still decide to have a team leader, still that person need to be the server, right? So again, the server, which is the waiter, and last is the steward. So again, this is the position, the organization chart in this case. So why is that the assistant restaurant manager need to be inside here, not underneath the restaurant manager? Meaning that yes, it is true, the assistant restaurant manager is under the restaurant manager, but position for the ARM position is at the side. Why is that? Because the restaurant manager also going to have a direct contact. I mean, direct contact in seeing each other face to face with this position, right? If the assistant restaurant manager is 100% surely be beneath the restaurant manager, meaning that the restaurant manager do not have the direct communication with this team, right? That's why the assistant, the ARM, is positioned at the side here. So the types of F&B outlet, we have cafes, cafeteria, food halls and food court, public house, casual dining, ethnic restaurant, functions, and fine dining restaurant. So we believe that every establishment of restaurant have different kinds of service, have different kinds of food, and obviously have different kind of price. So we talk about cafe, mostly offer for teas, coffees, soft drink, very light meal from breakfast to supper. Compared to cafeteria, it's like difference, almost like a canteen sekolah, mostly to institution or mostly offer very simple food, ready to eat, and mostly the preparation are in bulk. And then you have food court or food hall usually appear in shopping center, serving a wide variety, different types of fast food. When I mean by fast food, basically the food most of the time cooked from scratch, but the duration of preparation is very short. So meaning that some of the food they able to modify, making the food prepare in very short period of time. So we have public house, simple personnel, board at the counter to inform on restaurant style service. This part here, public house in here not so popular, but most of it appears in a very high scale of establishment. For example, in Fraser Hills, right? They have the I'm not so called the name. I'm not recall the name of the place in Fraser Hill, but they have a place for them to have a light snack, high tea, for example. And then you have here casual dining restaurant or bistro appearance atmosphere, table service is offered. Most of the time, this food can be, when we talk about casual dining, the food can be definitely going to be slightly expensive, but the food, I mean, the service can be very, very casual, informal, so suitable to any friends and families or maybe couples to go for simple environment of uh, delicious food. Then we have at the restaurant part of cultural experiences where they offer um, bringing the culture to that particular restaurant, almost similar like to your project as well. For example, like Serai restaurant and lagi apa nak? What is the name of the restaurant? I'm not so recalled on that. Uh, I think from the second one is Tupai, I think. The name of the restaurant is Tupai. Then we have functions. Functions most likely are related to city center, sorry, not city center, mostly related to hotels where they offer, where they have a hall with and also events and they serve high numbers of people. Can be Chinese set, can be simple service. But most time we talk about function, they serve average of 200 people, roughly around 2 hours. But it's sometimes the most hectic service for function is Chinese set. That's considered quite hectic in this kind of style of service. But later you can search for how is it that the Chinese style service, the kind of they serve. Then of course last we have here is fine dining restaurant, which is basically high-end establishment where they offer not just delicious food but also happy environment. not so happy lah. I mean, relaxed environment. And service staff need to be highly skilled and knowledgeable, not just able to dress smart, but also think smart on dealing with customer. And the personal, professional characteristic of a waiter to ensure that guests enjoy a satisfactory total dining experience. The range of quality attributes include pleasant personality, honesty, efficiency, punctuality, supervision. Basically, what I have to say here, when you become a waiter, if you're really sure on the response, you can provide the response. If you are really unsure about the situation, you need to apologize to the customer and clarify your statement and ask the correct person, probably the kitchen or the restaurant manager, to get the, the correct answer, the proper answer. And when you have that kind of information, you may return back to the customer and politely give the good response. Let's say maybe the kitchen probably delaying the time of food to be delivered. You apologize to the customer, ask the kitchen how long the food you going to prepare, and return back to the customer. Miss, sir, my apology, the food slightly been delayed from the kitchen. By the way, they're going to make it in 5 minutes time. The food will be ready. For example, like that kind of explanation. The duties of a waiter: prepare maintenance of the work area, maintain customer staff relation, making recommendation, assisting guests in making selection. This part here, number 3, is quite important. Basically, when it comes to your project, you need to upselling your menu item. In this case, your beverage. Yes, the menu item is already been stated. already been stated. They are paying they are paying 35 ringgit for this and this and this, but they are not highlighting the beverage. So it is the task for the waiter, the server, to promote the sparkling juice. Sorry, to promote the mocktail, and also for your sparkling juice. You can be creative depending on on your discussion with your restaurant manager and also among your team or front of the house. Let's say you make advertisement, you indicate free mocktail for the host. Or maybe you want to make a surprise marketing, for example, right? When the customer arrive, they see it, and because of the name of the customer is in that list, so the customer entitled to get on the house mocktail. Only that particular customer. When the rest, when the team, when the person on the table tasting the beverage, they like it, and probably they want the kind of beverage also, then that customer, when they order, they need to pay. Right? That's one example of your marketing strategy. Order taking, recording, you take the order and also repeat the order. Service and clearing food and beverage. Most of it involves technical skills on you, on your way of you holding your plates, glass, and the register also. Presentation and hygiene, definitely this part already been covered on the previous topics when you talk about health, safety and hygiene most of the time, right? Of course, clean uniform is required. No jewelries. You can wear a watch. Inai, the art on your finger are not advisable to have it. If you have so, you are not welcome as part of the server. Probably the same thing will happen when it comes to your project. So no inai. Okay. Alright. Here apa? Setting the mood. Of course, lighting, view, music, decor, the thing that I've mentioned to you, what you need to have your decoration. Probably if you serve lunch service, how are you going to set the mood? For example, if you see in my background here, it's more suitable for lunch because they're using white lights, the white lights, lampu berwarna putih. But if you, I'm not sure whether you can see another kind of view here. If they are using downlight, then in this case more suitable for dinner. Nampak apa nama, warm sikit. You can see slightly warm on the environment if you are if you switch on the downlight only. The music, to reduce noise from the kitchen, also to reduce noise from the server themselves, for walking, maybe some of the phone item they could, to reduce the noise, kind of like that. example of the mode setting here. Maybe if you look at the top left here, the picture show many wax color that's more suitable for lunch. For the rest of the picture, most likely suitable for dinner. And probably this kind of setting is suitable for private again dinner because still you are serving warm environment. Then the types of cover. Types of cover basically in this case, cover may be defined as a place setting or the table for one guest laid to suit the type of menu offered and the number of guests to attend to the function. And there is two types of cover, a la carte cover and also tabletop cover. A la carte cover or basic cover provides show place and the basic equipment needed for the meal. After guests have ordered basic cover, is there corrected, meaning that on the table only have the glass, also a simple fork and knife, for example, right? Compared to this one here, tabletop cover, basically it is indicate that the menu is very limited choice, and therefore the waiter or people who have knowledge in table ethics, they will know how many food the restaurant going to serve for the customer. The cutlery are working inwards from outwards. Meaning that the cutlery for the tabletop, there are so many cutlery, tabletop is limited, but they're set on that particular moment. So later on, when you come to the physics class, you can see how the cutlery is being prepared. For example, for a la carte, the cutlery is basically here and here. But for tabletop cover, basically it's like here and here. If this is referring to this finger, you have so many cutlery, right? So this is different between tabletop and also a la carte. One cutlery, for tabletop calories banyak, right? So glassware also play an important role depending on what beverage are you going to serve. But in this case, we only to highlight for only one glass, which is white wine glass or rock glass, because the different glass have different shape to allowing the wine or the alcoholic drinks to breathe, right? Because of their production. This one example of tabletop setting. And these are the napkins for your foldings. You have candle, rose, fan, clam, crown, and also bishop hat together with water lily and rosebud pellet. Another one here, another the folding here we have penguin, or we call it by the name of banana. Bird of paradise, some call Sydney, some call opera. And this part of the career on in F&B, but this part is not really important. But looking into this part here, is the thing that already we informed. I mean, you can view in so many source of internet, or you can come into the practical class. This also the naked folder you can also refer in my Instagram mh_silver to for the tutorial, right? So that is all for this class, and hopefully we will meet in for face-to-face class, right? For Tuesday, Wednesday, and inshallah on Wednesday. Sorry, on Thursday, right? So if you have any other question, you can ask in the group conversation, or you can ask personally if you have any concern matters. With all that said, thank you everyone. Take care, stay safe, have a good day. So don't forget, this is your attendance for the class at 1 p.m. and also another QR code for class of 2 p.m. Alright? So that's all from me. Again, take care, stay safe. Assalamualaikum.